वेलकम टू द कार्ड गाय। मैं हूं आपका होस्ट और आज हम बात करते हैं HDFC प्लैटिनम डेबिट कार्ड के बारे में। अगर आप इस कार्ड को कंसिडर कर रहे हो, ये वीडियो एंड तक जरूर देखो। Today we're putting this incredibly popular piece of plastic under the microscope. We're going to look strictly at the facts, break down the numbers, and figure out if this card is actually worth a spot in your wallet. No bank talk, just clear, structured analysis. We're going to lay out exactly what it does, how much it really costs, and who it's actually meant for. So let's get right into it.
So, big question right off the bat, should you actually pay an annual fee just for a debit card? See the bot, for most of us, the default answer is a flat no. I mean, you expect your savings account to just come with a free basic card, right? Why pay a bank just to access your own hard-earned money? It feels completely backwards. But hear me out, the banking game has changed a lot lately. Premium debit cards today are acting way more like entry-level credit cards. They're packing in solid rewards, airport lounge access, and some pretty heavy insurance covers. So the real question for this explainer is whether the value you squeeze out of this specific card actually outweighs what you're paying to hold it.
So who is this card actually built for? Well, I like to call it the premium daily driver. The absolute standout feature here is the massive transaction limits. You're getting a huge 5 lakh rupee daily shopping limit and a 1 lakh rupee daily ATM withdrawal limit. This card is literally engineered for everyday Indians who already bank with HDFC and frequently make high-value transactions. Think about it, yaar. If you're out buying expensive electronics, paying large school fees, or just running high monthly household expenses straight from your bank account, these limits make sure your card isn't going to randomly get declined when you need it most. Although, just a heads up, for security purposes, HDFC does cap new accounts at a 50,000 rupee ATM limit for the first 6 months.
All right, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the fees. Giving you the Sita back here, there is an 850 rupee joining fee plus an annual renewal fee. Throw GST on top of that, and you're looking at around 1,000 rupees just to keep this card in your pocket every single year. I want to be 100% honest with you guys right out of the gate. This is not a cheap debit card. When you're paying this kind of money up front, you absolutely need a solid strategy to recover it. You cannot just leave this card sitting in a drawer gathering dust. You've got to use it actively to make that fee work for you. So, let's talk strategy. How exactly do we recover this money? It's actually really simple, but it requires a bit of a habit change. You need to stop using UPI directly from your bank app for those big, boring household expenses. I know, we're all so used to just scanning a QR code for literally everything. But if you want to make your money back, you should be routing these predictable everyday expenses straight through this debit card to capture the reward points. Let me show you the real rupee reward math. HDFC's reward structure here is surprisingly straightforward. They give you 1 point for every 100 rupees you spend on telecom and utilities. That's your electricity bills, your broadband, mobile recharges. Then, you get 1 point for every 200 rupees you spend on groceries, dining out, and buying clothes. But listen to me carefully here, because this is the crucial part. These points directly translate to real rupee cash value. A lot of cards out there give you points that are practically useless, where you need 10,000 points just to claim a basic water bottle. Not this one. 1 point equals exactly 1 real rupee. Let's look at a super practical example of how this builds into real money for an average 30,000 rupee per month household budget. Step 1. Let's say you pay 10,000 rupees a month on your family's utility bills and recharges. At 1 point per 100 rupees, that automatically earns you 100 points. Step 2. You spend 20,000 rupees a month on groceries, like your D-Mart runs, Swiggy, Zomato, maybe some clothes shopping. At 1 point per 200 rupees, that's another 100 points. Put that together, and you've easily earned 200 points this month, which again equals exactly 200 rupees in real cash value. Now look at this brilliant math. By earning that 200 rupees a month with just your normal, everyday spending, you will completely recover your 1,000 rupee joining fee in exactly 5 months. 5 months. And everything after that, it's pure profit. Ekdam sahi calculation, right? This is exactly why you shouldn't be afraid of the annual fee, as long as you're actually using the card for your regular household budget. But wait, there's always a catch, isn't there? HDFC does place a strict maximum cap of 750 rupees cash back per account per month. You absolutely need to know this so you can set realistic expectations. You're not going to get infinitely rich swiping this card. To actually hit that 750 rupee cap, you'd have to spend around 75,000 rupees on utilities or 1.5 lakh rupees on dining and groceries in a single month. For the vast majority of us, everyday users, this cap is perfectly fine. You'll probably never even hit it. But if you're running a business or putting massive expenses on this card expecting unlimited cashback, you're definitely going to be disappointed.
Now, beyond the daily cashback, there are some premium perks you are probably ignoring. Let's dive right into the top 3 hidden benefits.
The cashback is nice, but as your insider friend, let me tell you, these hidden features are what truly justify the Platinum label. First up is airport lounge access. And guys, we have some major breaking news here, straight from the Economic Times. We all know grabbing a simple coffee and sandwich at the airport costs over 1,000 rupees these days. Well, this card gives you 2 free domestic airport lounge visits every single quarter. But the rules are completely changing starting January 10th, 2026. They are officially moving away from the old simple card swipe method to a brand new, highly controlled digital voucher system. Let me guide you carefully through this new voucher process so you don't get caught off guard and rejected at the lounge. First, to even be eligible, you now need to spend 10,000 rupees on the card in the previous quarter. If you hit that target, HDFC will send you an SMS or email link within a few days. You then click that link, log in with an OTP, and claim a special 12 to 18-digit voucher code or a QR code. Finally, when you get to the lounge, you have to show that specific code. No physical card swipes will be accepted at all starting Jan 2026. Keep this in mind, hit that 10,000 rupee target, and generate your code before you leave for the airport.
The next major hidden benefit is the massive insurance and protection cover. You get up to a staggering 3 crore rupees in international air coverage, provided you actually buy the flight ticket with this card. Plus, there's a 12 lakh rupee death cover for travel accidents. And finally, you get zero liability fraud protection. If you lose your card, you're protected against fraudulent transactions made up to 30 days before you report it lost. This is incredible peace of mind, yaar. It is extremely rare to find this level of robust protection tied to a standard debit card.
Okay, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. We need to talk about the big international trap and exactly why this card can seriously bleed your money abroad.
Ekdam sahi bol raha hu. Using this card outside of India is a terrible idea. 3.5%. That is the heavy foreign exchange markup fee you're going to be hit with every single time you swipe this card internationally. And if you think you can just use an international ATM to grab cash and avoid the swipe fee, think again. You are paying a flat 125 rupee fee just for the withdrawal, plus that same brutal 3.5% forex markup. It adds up so fast.
And it actually gets worse. You might be thinking, hey, I'll just ask the merchant to charge me in Indian rupees to bypass the markup. Do not do that. As of February 2025, if you try to process a foreign transaction in Indian rupees, HDFC hits you with a sneaky new 1% dynamic currency conversion fee or DCC fee. So really, no matter how you try to use it abroad, you're getting penalized with extra charges. So let's contrast this real quick. Domestically, the HDFC Platinum Debit Card is absolutely amazing for Indian utilities and groceries. It gives you domestic lounge access and easily recovers its fee if you stay in India. But for international trips, you absolutely need alternatives. Dedicated zero forex markup cards let you bypass those conversion charges completely. Or look into similar premium debit cards like the ICICI Sapphire or the SBI Platinum International, which sometimes offer much better structures for travel. Using the HDFC Platinum abroad is literally throwing money away. Always pack a travel-friendly card for your international trips. So what is the final verdict here? Who should actually get this card? To summarize, if you're an international traveler looking for a card to use abroad, avoid this completely. However, for domestic shoppers who stay in India, pay their utility bills, buy groceries, and take occasional domestic flights where they can use the lounge, this card is an absolute win. You can maximize those high transaction limits and earn practical cash back that easily covers the annual cost. So my final rating? I'm giving the HDFC Platinum Debit Card a solid 8.5 out of 10. It's a fantastic, highly robust card for everyday domestic use. The high limits are great, the cashback practically guarantees you'll recover your fee, and the insurance perks are top tier. I deducted 1.5 points simply because of those harsh international fees and that monthly cashback cap. So ask yourself, is your current free debit card actually costing you thousands in lost rewards every year? Think about it. अगर ये वीडियो हेल्पफुल लगी तो लाइक करो, सब्सक्राइब करो द कार्ड गाय को @the Indian Card Guy और कमेंट में बताओ आप कौन सा कार्ड यूज़ करते हो। मिलते हैं अगली वीडियो में।